Do you feel like you don't speak enough Spanish? That you need to know more words? Then stick around. With these lessons, you'll pick up some of the most common words in just a few minutes. Now, this video is a small portion of our learning program. To get the full lessons, translations, and Fluency Fast study tools, click the link in the description and sign up for your free lifetime account.
Hi everyone, this is Rosa, and today I'll be teaching you 15 ways to remember words, and these ways were submitted by fans. So let's start! A menudo veo vídeos en la televisión o YouTube que están diseñados para los niños pequeños. I often watch TV or YouTube videos that are designed for young children. Yeah, I think it's a really good way. Also when I want to learn a new language, I watch some cartoons because they are always easier, and I think that really helps. Aprendo sobre las raíces de las palabras y cómo las diferentes palabras se relacionan entre sí. I learn about the roots of words and how different words are related to each other. Yeah, I think it might make easier if you know why the words are formed like that. So if you know that, you can then know how to form the words, and everything gets easier. Asocio nuevas palabras con historias, juegos o películas. I associate new words with stories, games, or movies. It's always a good way to remember, to associate things, like these mnemotechnical, strategies. For example, to remember kanji in Japanese, there are some books that relate each ideogram with a kind of story, so then you remember the meaning and everything, and it's quite useful. It works. Asocio nuevas palabras con palabras que suenan similares en mi idioma natal. I associate new words with words that sound similar in my native language. Well, this might work for some languages, but I don't know if this works for all of them. For example, Spanish and English, I think that would work. Asocio palabras con dibujos, fotos y escenas divertidas. I associate words with drawings, pictures, and funny scenes. So yeah, I think this is more appropriate for what I said before, like the kanji. Some of them you can kind of infer what they are, what they mean. If you have a drawing, they are similar to what they mean, so I guess that. Clasifico nuevas palabras con otras palabras relacionadas que ya conozco. I categorize new words with other related words that I already know. Yeah, I think it makes it easier if you can kind of classify and order things. Escucho canciones y me aprendo las letras. I listen to songs and memorize the lyrics. I think this is a really good way. Also, it's a way that you enjoy. You like this, to listen to these songs and everything, so I think it comes to you easier. You're not doing that much of an effort maybe, because you're having fun. Hablo tan a menudo como sea posible con los nativos del idioma. I speak as often as possible with native speakers. Yeah, I think this is the best thing you can do. I mean, you can read as many books as you want and listen to films or songs or everything, but to really learn a language, you need to speak it with native people. Leyendo lo más posible, en especial el periódico, me ayuda a recordar palabras. Reading as much as possible, especially the newspaper, helps me to remember words. If you see the same word used a lot of times, you get to remember that more easily than if you just have a list of words and try to memorize every of them. And also you are seeing these words in a context, so you know how to use them and how they are used by the people. So it's a good way. Soy persistente en la práctica diaria hablando con mi familia o con mis perros, a pesar de que no me entienden. I am persistent in practicing every day by talking to my family or my dogs, even though they don't understand me. Why not? Well, you can also talk to yourself, right? But yeah, it's very important to be constant. I think it's the most important point. You have to be constant to learn a language. You just cannot study it for a week and then, okay, the next month I will study a bit more. You have to be constant. Trato de usar el lenguaje de forma cotidiana en el contexto de la vida cotidiana. I try to use the language routinely in the context of daily life. it's important to try to use it as much as you can, I guess. Because sometimes you have to adapt the language depending on their situation, depending on who you are talking to. So it's important to know how you really use the language in your daily life, like how it changes. Like not learning just from some book, but learning it in, like practicing in your day-to-day life. Yo uso la repetición, leyendo, escribiendo y hablando las palabras una y otra vez. I use repetition, reading, writing, and speaking words over and over again. I used to do that. The only problem is that I normally forget like pretty quickly after that, but well, maybe there are some people that... Well, I guess if you do that in a constant way, like it's not like you repeat these words one day and then don't do that after that. Maybe if you go back to these words, like it can help you. I think it can be a good way then. Yo digo palabras en voz alta para poder realmente escucharlas. I say words out loud so that I can actually hear them. It's very important because sometimes we don't say them out loud and then we are kind of afraid to pronounce it. We don't really know how to do it, so it's nice to know. Even if you can, like record yourself with a mic or something, so you can hear yourself talking and you can know like whether you are pronouncing it right or not. Yo intento pensar en español para que se incorpore naturalmente a mi proceso de pensamiento. I try to think in Spanish so it becomes natural to my thought process. Well, it's fine. It's like you're using Spanish during your day, so like if you're thinking in Spanish, you are also thinking in ways you can form new sentences and use the words you learned. So yeah, I think it's a good way. Like if you don't have anyone to talk to in Spanish, it can also be nice to try to like talk to yourself and make your sentences. Usar tarjetas, use flashcards. I have like some apps in my mobile phone, so especially to learn Japanese, it's really helpful. Like they show you new words and the translation. Then you get these flashcards repeated, and depending on whether you are answering them right or not, like they show you these cards more often or not. So yeah, I think it really helps to memorize words. So this is the end of today's 15 ways to remember words submitted by fans. I hope you liked it. If you have any other ways to memorize words, please tell us. And thank you for watching. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye.
Today we're going to talk about 4 techniques to help you stop translating in your head and instead start thinking in your target language. This will allow you to have conversations with ease, read smoothly, and better understand native speakers. These are 4 methods to help you think in a new language. Number 1, surround yourself with your target language. This way, you'll be completely immersed in the language. Without realizing it, you'll learn pronunciation, sentence structures, grammar, and new vocabulary. Play music in the background while you're cooking, or have a radio station on while you study. Just use one of our endless podcasts available to you. These are easy to listen to in the background while doing other things. Number 2, learn through observation. This is how we all learned our native languages as kids. Words will develop their own meanings that relate better to your target language, rather than meanings that are translated directly. Number 3, speak out loud to yourself. Even if you're a little embarrassed, it forces you to listen to how you speak. It makes it much easier to spot simple grammar mistakes. Number 4, practice daily. If you practice everything for only one day, you won't retain the information you learned. The brain can realistically only focus for about 30 minutes. So studying a little every day allows you to absorb better. Follow these steps and have patience. You'll soon be able to achieve your language learning goals. Just make sure to remember these 4 methods. Sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. And start learning more every day.
Want to speak real Spanish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at SpanishPod101.com.
Hi everyone, this is Rosa, and today we will be doing the top 15 favorite words in Spanish chosen by fans. So let's begin. Amigo, friend. Me encanta salir con mis amigos. I love hanging out with my friends. Araña, spider. Araña, which means spider. Las arañas me dan mucho miedo. Spiders are really scary to me. Bello, beautiful. You can use it both for objects and people, but it's not that common to use it for people nowadays. That drawing is very beautiful. Ese dibujo es muy bello. Contenta, happy. Estoy muy contenta porque aprobé el examen. I'm very happy because I passed the exam. España, Spain. You all should visit Spain. Todos deberíais visitar España. Come. Hola, hello. Hola, ¿qué tal estás? Hello, how are you? Pingüino, penguin. Me encantaban los pingüinos en la película de Mary Poppins. I love the penguins in the Mary Poppins films. Primavera, spring. Me encanta cuando las flores florecen en primavera. I love when flowers bloom during the spring. Saludable, healthy. Eating a hamburger every day isn't very healthy. Comer una hamburguesa todos los días no es muy saludable. Helado, ice cream. Mi helado preferido es el de avellana. My favorite ice cream flavor is hazelnuts. A la izquierda, to the left. Para llegar al restaurante tienes que girar a la izquierda. To get to the restaurant, you have to turn to the left. Amor, love. Oh, amor. Amor. ¿Es el amor lo más importante para ti? Is love the most important thing to you? Fiesta, party. Fiesta, which means party. Cuando era una estudiante de universidad, iba más de fiesta. When I was a university student, I used to party more often. Otorrinolaringólogo, otolaryngologist. Es difícil pronunciar otorrinolaringólogo en español. It is difficult to pronounce otolaryngologist in Spanish. Why did you... Señorita, miss. Esa señorita baila muy bien el flamenco. That miss dances flamenco very well. And this is the end of today's top 15 favorite words in Spanish chosen by fans. I hope you learned a lot. Thank you very much for watching. And please don't forget to subscribe. Bye. I love the hairstyles of some alpacas. Oh.
Hello everyone, I'm Rosa. This is Spanish Weekly Words, and I'm about to see what the theme for today is. It's famous Spain food. We have paella, which is rice with seafood. It's like orange yellow rice, and it's it's typical from Valencia. It's really good. La paella se prepara en paelleras, unas sartenes muy grandes. The paella is prepared in paelleras, which are very big pans. They are very big. They are not very deep. The next one is churros. Dough. And they are also rounded, and you have them with hot chocolate. It's very typical to eat them after going out when it's 6 a.m. in the morning. Yeah, it's the best. The next one is cocido. It's kind of a stew. Yeah, it could have almost everything. No, but chickpeas normally, potatoes, some kind of meat. Yeah, maybe even chorizo. Cuando era pequeña no me gustaba nada el cocido. When I was a kid, I didn't like the cocido at all. Yeah, but my mother could make me eat it all. The next one is gazpacho, which is very typical from the south, especially during summer. When it's very hot, you can have this gazpacho. Tomato soup. It's cold and You don't really drink it like a soup. It's like you have it in a glass. Tomatoes, peppers, yeah. Me encanta beber gazpacho en verano. I love drinking gazpacho in summer. My favorite. The next one is tortilla de patatas. I think they call it like Spanish omelette. It's made with potatoes, sometimes onion, it depends. Some people doesn't like it. It's not like a thin omelette, it's quite thick and yeah, it's super good. Cuando era alérgica al huevo, no podía comer tortilla de patatas. When I was allergic to eggs, I couldn't eat tortilla de patatas. Yeah. And yeah, this is the end of today's Spanish Weekly Words. I hope you learned something about Spanish food and I hope you get to try them. Hope you have a nice day and see you soon. Bye! Hi everyone, my name is Rosa and we are here in Spanish Weekly Words and I'm about to see what the theme for today is. It's going through customs. We have aduana, which means customs. Tuve que pagar 50 euros de aduanas para recibir el paquete. I had to pay 50 euros of customs to receive the package. The next word is impreso de declaración, which is declaration form. En el impreso de declaración tuve que escribir el dinero que llevaba. In the declaration form, I had to write the amount of money I was carrying. Nacionalidad, nationality. Él tiene doble nacionalidad. He has double nationality. Pasaporte, which means passport. No necesito pasaporte para viajar a otros países de la Unión Europea. I don't need passport to travel to other countries in the European Union. Visado, which means visa. Mi visado de estudiante duraba un año. My student visa was for a whole year. And yeah, that's the end of today's Spanish Weekly Words. I hope you learned a lot and enjoyed it. And yeah, have a nice day. Take care. Bye!
Want to speak real Spanish from your first lesson? Sign up for your free lifetime account at SpanishPod101.com.
You've decided to study a new language, so now what? Well, you want to become fluent fast, right? Here are the top 5 shortcuts to learning a language. Number 1, create a study schedule and set some goals. Many language learners are unorganized. Creating a schedule allows you to free up time to study consistently. Goals give you motivation and something to strive for. Number 2, make it fun. If you learn how to make your study time enjoyable, chances are you'll be more inclined to study. Watch a TV show with subtitles or listen to some music. Number 3, find a language partner. This is the best way to improve your conversation skills. It will help you gain fluency even faster and increase confidence when speaking. Number 4, use word lists to build up a solid vocabulary. This is a great way to build up your fluency, one word at a time. Luckily, we have all the word lists you need, with a range of topics, from food to love. Choose whichever language you want to study and go. Number 5, don't be afraid to make mistakes. Nothing helps you improve more than correcting your own errors. You're more likely to remember it correctly the next time around. Everyone makes mistakes. Don't be afraid to learn from them. There's no magical way to learn a new language overnight, but doing all of these can really help your learning process. And remember, if you're interested in getting on the fast track to fluency, sign up for your free lifetime account. No credit card required, and you'll get the best free online resources. Start learning now.
Hi everyone, this is Rosa, and today we'll be doing 10 ways to motivate yourself when learning Spanish. Let's begin. Sueño con que algún día viviré en España. I dream that someday I will live in Spain. I think that's a good way to motivate yourself, because if you dream of going to that place, like you know that what you're doing now will be of use, like you're doing it for something, because there you will use it on a day-to-day basis. Estudio aspectos culturales, cosa que hace más gratificante estudiar español. I study cultural aspects, which makes it more rewarding to study Spanish. Yeah, I also think it's more interesting to not only learn a language, but learn a language in its context and learn a little bit more about the history, the culture, and the way those people live, because a lot of times those things also influence the language, so it can even make it a little bit easier to learn. And also, I don't know, in general, it makes it more interesting. Me gusta encontrar palabras graciosas en español. I like to find funny words in Spanish. I don't know if they are considered like funny words, but there are a lot of people that start learning a language by learning like the bad words you normally use in that language. So I don't know if that motivates you. It's a good way, I guess. Me hago amigo de la gente que habla español. I make friends with people who speak Spanish. Yeah, I think that's one of the best ways to motivate yourself, because especially if you cannot communicate with those people in other language and you can only use Spanish, because it makes you like really want to learn the language and to be able to communicate better with them. It's one of the best ways, I think, to motivate yourself. Miro vídeos en YouTube de otras personas que han aprendido español con éxito. I watch YouTube videos of other people who have successfully learned Spanish. I didn't know that there were videos of people like speaking other languages they've learned, but I don't know if you can find it. I guess it's a good way to see that it's possible, that you can really get to that level and learn a language. Me gusta pedir la comida en español en restaurantes españoles. I enjoy using Spanish to order at Spanish restaurants. Yeah, I think that's a good starting point. If you don't know like other people that speak Spanish, in this case, in your city, like you can always go to a Spanish restaurant and try to use it a little bit. Veo películas y programas de televisión y disfruto cuando entiendo una palabra o una frase. I watch Spanish movies and TV shows, and I enjoy the feeling when I understand a word or a sentence. Yeah, that's a good way to like learn a language. And I would also maybe recommend to use subtitles in that language. That way you can like also see it written. And maybe when you are like have a higher level, like you can watch them without subtitles. Bailo salsa y bachata con músicas españolas. I dance salsa and bachata with Spanish music. That's not a method I would use myself, but I know that some people, get super into salsa, bachata, or also maybe flamenco, and they decide they want to study the language because of it. And it makes them like really motivated about it. Sigo los cotilleos de la prensa rosa en España. I follow the gossip of the tabloid press in Spain. I mean, if you are able to understand what they are saying in these TV shows in which they only talk about gossip, I don't know, famous people in Spain and everything, I don't know, that means that your level is super high because they are always screaming at each other on these kind of programs and you can't barely understand anything. So yeah, I think that's a good way to, I don't know, to see if you're really pro at this or not. Leo mis libros favoritos en español. I read my favorite books in Spanish. Yeah, I think that's a good way to learn new vocabulary, but just don't get too frustrated if you don't understand one word and don't stop at every word you don't know, because sometimes, like based on the context, like you can kind of understand the sentence. If not, it can get very frustrating and most likely you'll end up like abandoning the book. That's a pity. And this is the end of today's 10 ways to motivate yourself when learning Spanish. Tell us in the comments below what your secret is to motivate yourself when learning a new language. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and check out SpanishPod101.com. Hasta luego! Hello everyone, I'm Rosa, and today we'll be doing the 10 hardest words to pronounce in Spanish. So let's begin. Frigorífico, refrigerator. Frigorífico, which means refrigerator. Cuando el frigorífico se estropeó, tuvimos que tirar mucha comida. When the refrigerator broke down, we had to throw away a lot of food. Correr, run. Me gustaría algún día correr una maratón. I would like to someday run a marathon. Espantapájaros, scarecrow. Me gusta cuando la gente viste a los espantapájaros como si fueran personas. I like when people dress up scarecrows as if they were people. Exquisito, delicious. Fuimos a un restaurante muy caro y toda la comida era exquisita. We went to a very fancy restaurant and all the food was very delicious. Idiosincrasia, idiosyncrasy. The next word is idiosincrasia, which means idiosyncrasy. Una de sus idiosincrasias es lavarse las manos cada hora. One of his idiosyncrasies is washing his hands every hour. Perro, dog. Cuando era pequeña tenía miedo de los perros. When I was a child, I was scared of dogs. Niño, child. Cuando era niño se portaba muy mal con los otros niños. When he was a child, he was very bad to the other children. Paraguas, umbrella. The next word is paraguas, which means umbrella. Siempre me olvido el paraguas en los sitios. I always forget my umbrella at places. Pelo, hair. The next word is pelo, which means hair. Me corté el pelo hace poco. I cut my hair recently. Pingüino, penguin. The next word is pingüino, which means penguin. Me gusta la forma de andar de los pingüinos. I like how penguins walk. So this is the end of today's 10 hardest words to pronounce in Spanish. I hope you learned something and thank you very much for watching this video. Please don't forget to subscribe. Bye! Pingüino again. Pingüinos. Hi, my name is Rosa and today we'll be doing the top 25 nouns in Spanish. So let's begin. Nombre, name. The first one is nombre, which means name. My name is Rosa. Mi nombre es Rosa. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? What's your name? The name of my favorite artist is Deftones. El nombre de mi artista favorito es Deftones. Día, day. The next one is día, which means day. Hoy es un buen día. Today it's a good day. My favorite day of the week is Saturday. Mi día favorito de la semana es el sábado. Vida, life. The next one is vida, which means life. Vive la vida, live the life. Año, year. The next one is año, which means year. I was born in the year 1991. Nací en el año 1991. I would like to live in the 20s. Me gustaría vivir en los años 20. This year I want to travel to the United States. Este año quiero viajar a los Estados Unidos. And I would like to go to New York. Hora, time. The next one is hora, which means time, an hour. ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? Ahora es la hora del desayuno. Now it's time for breakfast. Estate a la hora allí. Be on time there. Momento, moment. The next one is momento, which is moment. Wait a moment. Espera un momento. Live the moment. Vive el momento. Lugar, place. The next one is lugar, which means place. ¿Cuál es tu lugar favorito? What is your favorite place? Mi lugar favorito de España es Barcelona. My favorite place in Spain is Barcelona. Parte, part. The next one is parte, which means part. Esto es parte de la historia. This is part of the story. Parte de mí quiere volver a estudiar y parte de mí no. Part of me wants to go back to study and part of me doesn't. Tiempo, time. The next one is tiempo, which means time or also weather. What's the weather like? ¿Qué tiempo hace? Her running time was 20 minutes. Su tiempo de carrera fue de 20 minutos. El tiempo pasa muy rápido. Time passes by very quickly. Casa, house, home. The next one is casa, which means house and home. I've never lived in a house. Nunca he vivido en una casa. I would like to live in a beach house. Me gustaría vivir en una casa de playa. Hoy, today. The next one is hoy, which means today. Hoy va a llover. Today it's going to rain. Today I had pancakes for breakfast. Hoy comí tortitas por el desayuno. Hoy tengo muchas cosas que hacer. Today I have lots of things to do. Ayer, yesterday. The next one is ayer, which means yesterday. Ayer estuve grabando otros vídeos. Yesterday I was recording other videos. Yesterday is history. El ayer es historia. Mañana, morning, tomorrow. The next one is mañana, which means morning and also tomorrow. Mañana es mi día libre. Tomorrow it's my day off. Lo primero que hago cuando me levanto por la mañana es desayunar. The first thing I do when I wake up in the morning is having breakfast. El mañana es un misterio. Tomorrow is a mystery. Semana, week. The next one is semana, which means week. Esta semana estoy viajando. This week I'm traveling. La semana que viene voy a comer los donuts fritos de mi madre. Next week I'm going to eat my mother's fried donuts. Mes, month. The next one is mes, which means month. Mi mes preferido es mayo. My favorite month is May. El mes que viene quiero conseguir mi permiso de conducir. Next month I want to get my driver's license. Hombre, man. The next one is hombre, which means man. Mankind has made a great progress in technology. El hombre ha hecho un enorme progreso en tecnología. Mujer, woman. The next one is mujer, which means woman. Esa mujer trabaja demasiado. That woman works too much. El nombre de su mujer es María. His wife's name is María. Señor, gentleman. The next one is señor, which means gentleman. Ladies and gentlemen, señoras y señores. País, country. País, which means country. What's your favorite country? ¿Cuál es tu país preferido? Este país es muy diferente del mío. This country is very different from mine. I like the country Thailand because it has great food. Me gusta el país Tailandia porque su comida es increíble. Mundo, world. The next word is mundo, which means world. When you're, for example, visiting another country and you meet someone from your own country, you can say, el mundo es un pañuelo. The world is a handkerchief, meaning that the world is too small. No me lo creo. I can't believe it. The world is a handkerchief. The world goes round and round. El mundo gira y gira. Ay. Trabajo, work, job. Trabajo, which means work and job. ¿Cuál es tu trabajo? What is your job? In Spain, a job is normally 40 hours a week. En En España, un trabajo normalmente es de 40 horas a la semana. A job that I would like to do would be an illustrator. Persona, person. The next one is persona, which means person. Eres mi persona preferida. You're my favorite person. I am a shy person. Soy una persona tímida. Cosa, thing. The next one is cosa, which means thing. Tengo muchas cosas que hacer. I've got a lot of things to do. The thing I like most about this place is the service. La cosa que me gusta más de este sitio es el servicio. Ciudad, city. The next one is ciudad, which means city. Mi ciudad no es muy grande. My city is not very big. Very big cities can be a bit stressful for me. Las ciudades muy grandes pueden ser un poco estresantes para mí. Agua, water. The next one is agua, which means water. Tu cuerpo es 2/3 de agua. Your body is 2/3 of water. Bring a bottle of water with you when you exercise. Lleva una botella de agua cuando hagas ejercicio. Música, music. The next one is música, which means music. Hace algunos años solo escuchaba música hardcore. Some years ago, I only listened to hardcore music. And this is the end of today's top 25 nouns in Spanish. Thank you for watching, and I hope you learned something useful today. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye. The word is a handkerchief. Hi, my name is Rosa. Today we'll be doing the top 25 verbs in Spanish. So let's go. Ser, be. The first one is ser, which is the verb to be. To be is more related to who you are. Like, for example, I am Rosa, yo soy Rosa, quiero ser una ilustradora. I want to be an illustrator, but I don't draw very well, so I don't know. Estar, be. The next one is estar, which is also to be. So you can use it, for example, if you are in a place. I'm in a café. Estoy en una cafetería. I am happy. Estoy contenta. The adjectives you use with estar speak of something like more transitory, but when you use the verb ser, the last one, it's about something more permanent. So, for example, yo soy Rosa, I am Rosa, and I will be Rosa tomorrow and the day after tomorrow, but for example, it is cloudy, está nublado with the verb estar. It doesn't mean that tomorrow it will also be cloudy. Ir, go. The next one is ir, to go. So ir is an irregular verb, so the conjugation is a bit different. I am going to do something. Voy a hacer algo. Venir, come. The next one is venir, which is come. He comes at 7. Él viene a las 7. And that means that he comes to this place where I am now. Tomar, take. The next one is tomar, which means take. You grab something. ¿Tomas algo? Yo tomo mi botella de agua. I take my bottle of water. Comer, eat. Well, I love this one. The next one is comer, which is eat. I like eating too much. Me gusta comer demasiado. I love also like sweet potatoes. Usar, use. The next one is usar, which means use. Ropa usada, used clothes. Uso mi teléfono. I use my mobile phone. Yeah, I bought it yesterday. I use my ears to listen. Uso mis orejas para escuchar. Where I live is a very small city, so I don't use a car. No uso un coche, but I use my feet. Uso mis piernas. Querer, want, desire, love. So the next one is querer, which can be translated as want, desire, love. For example, I love you is te quiero. But for example, you can also say, I want an ice cream. Quiero un helado. I want to be a singer. Quiero ser cantante. Yeah, I like singing too. Hacer, do. The next one is hacer, which means to do. So you can, for example, do your homework, hacer los deberes. You could also translate it as make. We don't differentiate between do and make in Spanish. For example, if you make a soup, you could say hacer una sopa. I look like a witch. Exercise. You can say hacer ejercicio. Tener, have. The next one is tener, which is to have. I have friends. That sounds so sad. Tengo amigos. I have a dog. Tengo un perro. I have to eat more vegetables. Tengo que comer más verduras. Haber, have, has. So the next one is haber. So for example, you can use it as an auxiliary verb, as you do in English. I have done this. Yo he, from the verb haber, hecho esto. You can also use it by itself. There is. Hay chocolate en el armario. There's chocolate in the cupboard. Gustar, like. The next one is gustar, which means like. I like you. Me gustas. Me gusta pasear. I like going for a walk. Dar, give. The next one is dar, which means to give. I give you my favorite book. Te doy mi libro preferido. I like a lot Haruki Murakami's books. You can also say te doy las gracias. For example, if you want to give a present, and you don't really know what to give, you can give them a box of chocolates. Tú das una caja de bombones. They'll be happy receiving them. Trabajar, work. The next one is trabajar, to work. I work as a secretary. Trabajo de secretaria. I work a lot. Trabajo mucho. Oír, hear. The next one is oír, to hear. You are receiving sounds, but it doesn't mean that you're like paying a lot of attention to that. I hear the birds when I wake up. Oigo a los pájaros cuando me levanto. Escuchar, listen. The next one is escuchar, which means to listen. So in this case, you are like paying attention to that you're hearing. I like listening to music while I study. Me gusta escuchar música mientras estudio. Hablar, speak, talk. The next one is hablar, which means to speak and talk. I speak Spanish, hablo español. I talk to my friends, hablo con mis amigas. Antes tenía el pelo muy largo, pero un fin de semana se me fue un poco la cabeza y decidí pegarme un tijeretazo y ahora tengo el pelo así bastante corto. Ver, see, understand. The next one is ver, which means to see and understand. I see you, te veo. Veo esa serie todos los días. I like watching that series every day. Mirar, look, watch, consider. The next one is mirar, which can be translated as look and watch and consider. Mirar something, it means that you are like consciously paying attention to that. I like watching people passing by. Me gusta mirar a la gente pasar. Poder, can. The next one is poder, can. Yes, we can. I can jump very high. Puedo saltar muy alto. I can eat very spicy food. Puedo comer comida muy picante. Decir, say, tell, call. The next one is decir. So, for example, she said it was okay. Ella dijo que estaba bien. Always say thank you. Di siempre gracias. Oler, smell. The next one is oler, which means smell. It smells bad, huele mal. I love smelling jasmine. Me gusta oler las flores de jazmín. Sentir, feel, experience, perceive. The next one is sentir, which is feel, experience, perceive. I haven't slept much, so I feel a bit tired. Me siento un poco cansada. Dejar, leave. The next one is dejar, which means to leave. Dejo la llave aquí. I leave the key here. Necesitar, need, require. The next one is necesitar. Necesito ropa nueva, which is not really true. I need new clothes. I need to eat just after waking up. Necesito comer justo después de levantarme. If not, I will get like very grumpy. Yep, this is the end. I hope you liked this video and you learned a lot with these top 25 verbs in Spanish. And please don't forget to subscribe. Thank you. Hi, my name is Rosa and today we will be doing the top 25 phrases in Spanish. So the first one is hola, hello. Hola, which means hello. Hola is a very casual way to greet someone, so you can say hola to your friends and hola to your family and hola to everyone. Adiós, goodbye. Adiós is goodbye. I don't know why, but to me, adios sounds a bit harsh. So I don't really like saying adios. It sounds like you're not going to see that person again, maybe. So instead of adios, I would maybe use hasta luego, which is see you later. Buenos días, good morning. The next one is buenos días, which is good morning. Yep, you say it when you see someone in the morning. So, buenos días. Buenas tardes, good afternoon. Buenas tardes, which is good afternoon. Buenas tardes is used from 12 p.m. on. So yeah, maybe you are having lunch and you see someone, so you say, buenas tardes. Buenas noches, good night. The next one is buenas noches, which means good night. Say like goodbye. When you are going to sleep, you say buenas noches. Is the last thing you say. Buenas noches. Sí, yes. The next phrase is sí, which means yes. For example, if someone asks me, do you want a slice of cheesecake? I would say sí. No, no. The next phrase is no, which means no. For example, do you want to do your homework? No. Nos vemos. See you later. The next one is nos vemos, which is see you later. Very casual. So yeah, you can say it to your friends or yeah, to your family, whatever, when you want to say like goodbye, see you soon. Hasta mañana. See you tomorrow. The next one is hasta mañana, which means see you tomorrow. For example, if you are at the university and you want to say goodbye to your friends, which you won't be seeing until tomorrow, you would say, hasta mañana. ¿Cuál es tu nombre? What is your name? So the next phrase is, ¿cuál es tu nombre? Which means, what is your name? Mi nombre es Rosa. And yeah, what is your name? Tell me. Yo soy Rosa. I am Rosa. The next phrase is, yo soy plus your name. So in my case, yo soy Rosa. And it means I am Rosa. What's your name? Encantado de conocerle. Nice to meet you. The next phrase is encantado de conocerle, which is nice to meet you. But the thing is that encantado de conocerle is a bit formal. So if you want to say it to your friends or, I don't know, family, you could say encantado de conocerte. Encantada de conocerte. Gracias. Thank you. The next phrase is gracias, which is thank you. If you want to say thank you very much, you say muchas gracias. Thank you for watching this video. Gracias por ver este video. Thank you. De nada. You're welcome. And the next phrase is de nada, which means you're welcome. So yep, whenever someone says thank you to you, make sure to say de nada. No hay de qué. Don't mention it. The next phrase is no hay de qué. Don't mention it. So if you do a favor to someone and that someone says thank you to you, gracias, you could say no hay de qué. Por favor, please. The next one is por favor, which means please. So if you want to ask for a favor to someone, you would say por favor. Por favor, suscribiros a este canal. Please subscribe to this channel. Perdón. Sorry. The next one is perdón, which is sorry. If you haven't heard something properly and you want the other person to repeat it, you can say perdón. Lo siento. Sorry. The next one is lo siento. I'm sorry. So if you did something wrong, that's what you say. So, for example, if you get late to class, you could say to the teacher, lo siento. Bienvenidos. Welcome. The next one is bienvenidos, which is welcome. Bienvenido. If someone is coming to your house, you can say bienvenidos. ¿Cómo estás? How are you? The next one is ¿cómo estás?, which means how are you? It's not a formal way to say it, but maybe a more informal way would be ¿qué tal? But yeah, I think you can use ¿cómo estás?, like with almost everyone. Like sometimes when you ask ¿cómo estás?, you want like a more in-depth answer. Like you don't want a simple I'm fine, but you really want to know how that person is. But maybe ¿qué tal? Is more casual, and it's just like you just want to hear I'm fine, thank you. For example, if you ask someone, ¿Cómo estás? That person could tell you, I'm not very good, I lost my job and I'm trying to find a new one, but something like that. ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? The next one is, ¿Qué hora es? What time is it? So now it's 4 o'clock, las 4 en punto. ¿Cuánto es? How much? The next one is, ¿Cuánto es? How much? So when you enter a shop and you want to know the price of something, you can say, ¿Cuánto es? Also, you can say, ¿Cuánto cuesta? It's the same thing. ¿Qué es eso? What is that? The next one is, ¿Qué es eso? What is that? Yeah, you can point at something and ask, ¿Qué es eso? ¿En dónde está el baño? Where is the bathroom? The next one is, ¿En dónde está el baño? Where is the bathroom? Yeah, very useful phrase to know. So, for example, if you are in a restaurant and you want to go to the bathroom, you can ask the waiter, ¿Dónde está el baño? And then the waiter indicates you and yeah, you go to the bathroom. No lo comprendo. I don't understand. The next one is no lo comprendo, which is I don't understand it. If someone is talking to you and you are a bit lost, you can say lo siento, sorry, no lo comprendo, I don't understand. If they are nice, they will try to explain it better to you. Also, instead of comprendo, you can also say entiendo. So, no lo entiendo. It will be the same thing. This is the end. Thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed these top 25 phrases in Spanish and don't forget to subscribe. Bye! I am a bit shy, I don't know.
Remember, here's what you can do to learn all of these words by heart. Drill these words with our spaced repetition flashcards, which will help cement these words into your long-term memory. Save them to the word bank, your personal vocabulary collection, where you can print out your own study sheets, or review the words with our looped vocabulary slideshow, and play it until you know all of the words. So click the link in the description right now and sign up for your free lifetime account to get these lessons and study tools.